Kevin Pillar joins us on the Friday program. Kevin, good morning. Where was that photo taken?
Bass Pro Shop in Mesa, Arizona.
Very good. Very good. And all the protocols looked like they were being followed. How are the kids doing with all this? Do they even know the difference between a quarantine Christmas and not?
Yeah, my 3-year-old is starting to understand. Things here in Arizona, since we've been back home, have been open a little bit more. The biggest challenge was when I came home from spring training and parks were shut down and we were stuck inside all the time. And she just wanted to go to her favorite parks, and we had to explain to her that it was closed. And it stayed closed for a long time. And we just kept it as simple as everyone's sick. That's why everyone has to wear masks. And we're hoping that it's over here soon and get back to normal life, as we all hope we can get back to.
No doubt.
So the biggest challenge in the household, Kevin, I think, is when they come to you and say, what does Dad want for Christmas? What can you possibly want?
Yeah, I know. I think that's the most difficult thing, not only just for my kids and my wife, but also like my family, my parents, my in-laws. I'm in a position where, if I want to get something, I usually get it for myself. I don't really need anything. I try to tell them not to get me anything, but this year we actually, I took my 3-year-old to the mall to get her baby brother something and her mom something, and the experience of her buying her mom something was incredible. Took her to like 5 stores that I knew her mom would like something out of, or at least if we ended up returning it, it's a store that she would like. And the very first store I took her to, she picked out something. I said, baby, let's wait. Let's go check out a couple stores. Sure enough, on our way back, she went into that very store, picked out that first item that she picked out, and we bought it. And it's wrapped under the tree, and it's kind of exciting for her to come home. And, we told her, like, you can't tell Mommy what you got her. It's a surprise. So we come home, and Mom goes, what'd you get me? Shh, I can't tell you. It's a surprise. And I think the same thing happened. She made me something at school the other day. When I picked her up, I asked her how school was, and Dad, I can't tell you. It's a surprise. So trying to teach her the difference between a surprise and a present and actually keeping secrets. So that's a very difficult conversation in our household right now.
Yeah, opening up that present for your daughter. It's going to be, I guess, the tantamount to you picking up the phone when your agent calls and says, hey, it's the second year in free agency. We got a nice deal from Team X. So let's talk about that. Really nice year for you, by the way, between the Rockies and the Red Sox. You only missed a handful of games. You were the Red Sox, arguably their best offensive player before they dealt you to the Colorado Rockies. Free agency for the second consecutive winter for you. What are your thoughts? And tell us about any conversations you may be willing to share with us.
Yeah, I think when it just comes to free agency, I think going through it for the second time, I don't want to say it's easier, but I learned a lot through my experience the first time. I felt like I came off a pretty good year. Last year with San Francisco, got non-tendered, became a free agent. I kind of thought it was a blessing in disguise that I'd hit free agency a little bit earlier. And it didn't really work out that way, but through that experience, talking to some teams, I found out some areas of my game that teams felt like I needed to improve on. And that was my main focus going into this season when I got an opportunity with the Red Sox and then later with the Rockies, was just to really improve, my discipline at the plate, the ability to draw more walks, to swing at better pitches, not get caught up in like the core numbers that I grew up thinking were important, which were like getting hits and hitting for average. It's really about hitting the ball hard. Teams are using these advanced analytics to understand that if you hit the ball harder, your chances for success are higher, regardless if you get a hit or not. So just focusing on swinging at better pitches, trying to get on base more, was my main focus. And I thought I did a pretty good job of it, and excited to see what free agency brings me this year. I think also through that experience last year, I would watch shows like you guys and the next show, and I'd read everything on Twitter, and I'd follow MLB trade rumors, and I'd try to piece together where I feel like I could end up and kind of live and die with every move. Why did that guy sign? If he signed, do I still have a place there? Now I kind of just sit back and let my agent do what he does. And we came up with a little bit better system of communicating. He just kind of emails me. We had a conversation. It was about this. Leave it at that, because I was living and dying with every phone call. I couldn't get away from my phone. I thought, what if I didn't pick up the phone? And am I going to miss my opportunity to sign? and just know that it could be a long winter.
Well, one thing that will shorten the winter for you is you can defend, my friend.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
I love you in center. I know they've moved you around a little bit, but we're going to go through some of your top catches. Matt's going to take you through
I want
this
you to rate your own catches here. Kevin Pillar's greatest catches.
Woo.
Boom. 2015.
Baltimore left field. That's one. Let's just go right through them,
let's
and then we'll
rip
come
right
back.
through
Here's
them.
another one, left field in Toronto. I remember this, climb the wall. That one kind of put you on the map to get going. Everybody's like, who is this
He
guy?
had a run that year of there was one like every series from Kevin in 2015. Here's later on that year. This was the one for me.
The Superman dive.
That's like the Edmonds catch, man. That's about
And the presence of mind to get the other hand out there to hold the ball in the glove.
a couple years later.
Mercy.
I mean, you're flying through. I'm glad you weren't any closer to the wall there, dude. Knock yourself out.
I honestly think that's my favorite one. The robbing of the home run, both of the home runs is, obviously.
And this one on Canada Day.
Yeah, I would say it's on Canada Day for sure.
But the dive to the corner, you think that was the best one, huh? The Superman diving catch on the track.
That's the one? We've listed him here.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, robbing the first home run, I was a young pup in the league. I was trying to, find my way. It kind of put me on the map. I think it kind of opened up even my own organization, the Blue Jays at the time, that I could really defend. It's crazy. I got called up because I could hit in the minor leagues, and then all of a sudden I became a guy that was an elite defender in the major leagues that couldn't hit. I'm trying to balance out the both. I want people to just say that I'm a pretty good baseball player. I could do both things well, but I would say that catch against the wall, diving, just because, like you said, in the moment you don't realize how close you are to the wall, and just the willingness to not really even concern myself with it, just trying to make an out is a pretty awesome catch, and it's something that I still know I have a lot in the tank, and I could play center field at a high level.
It's good stuff, man. You can do it all for us. We're big fans, and we wish you the best this holiday season, you and your family. And we know wherever it is you sign, that team will be better for it. And we'll visit with you after that deal is done.